Which Big Bang Theory buds are all set to reunite on a new show? Who went AWOL for a while and returned only recently? And why didn't Kaley Cuoco live with her husband till now? Hi, I'm Peter, and you're watching OSSA. And we're going to be catching up with what the stars of the Big Bang Theory are up to now that the curtain has finally come down on America's favourite geeks. Johnny Galecki's life as a bespectacled nerd is finally over. So will he miss Leonard? Well, maybe, but it won't be for long because of his new project with some familiar friends. In fact, Galecki is going to reunite with Big Bang Theory writer and co-executive producer Anthony Del Bricolo to help him develop a multi-camera comedy about esports. According to Variety, the new project, titled The Squad, will be shown on NBC and will feature a group of friends who form a close bond over their shared love of competitive esports. Despite his close involvement in developing the show, it's too bad that we won't get to see Galecki in the lead role. However, we'll get the opportunity to witness his skills as a writer and producer. And off-screen, now that the Big Bang Theory is over, Johnny gets to focus more on his personal life, with his girlfriend Elena Marine Meyer. Despite their age difference of 22 years, the couple are expecting their first baby any day now. While we don't know what the exact due date is yet, we predict that the big event will likely happen soon, as the couple announced that they were expecting a boy way back in May. And it looks like Johnny is actively getting ready to become a dad, as he recently shared some quality time with his godson, posting a heart-melting photo with him on Instagram. While Galecki is preparing to welcome his son to the world, his on-screen wife Kaley Cuoco has a lot of projects lined up, one of which might end up being pie in the sky, and the other a bit more pie in the face. I'm talking, of course, about the Harley Quinn animated TV series, where Kaley will be voicing the titular criminal clinician who cuts things off with her companion, the Crown Prince of Crime, to become her own Queen Pin of the city of Gotham. According to the actress, this highly anticipated show will be awesome for geeky guys like Leonard, Sheldon, Howard, and Rauch. I think they would think it's the hottest thing in the world, Cuoco shared. Kaley has another upcoming project, but it's all up in the air about whether it succeeds. Literally. Kaley's other big project is The Flight Attendant, a new TV thriller that will air on HBO Max in 2020. And this is a serious undertaking for Cuoco as a writer, executive producer, and star of the show, playing a young flight attendant who wakes up one morning with a deadly hangover and an even deader body. Yeesh. The show will see her try to continue her life as if nothing happened, all the time wrestling with whether or not she might be the killer, and all the while dodging questions from the police. Isn't that the furthest thing you can imagine from the Big Bang Theory? It's even harder to picture someone like Kaley dealing with all that, especially since we've grown so accustomed to seeing her as the easygoing Penny. But I'm sure we'll all enjoy seeing how she copes. Despite being incredibly busy, Cuoco is careful not to neglect her personal life. Though she astonished her fans not so long ago by reporting that she and her husband Carl Cook are finally going to move in together. Wait, didn't they get married like a year ago? What's the holdup? Well, it turns out that Cuoco and Cook don't see it as that big of a deal, and don't even understand why it would be a problem. It's because of work and his business, and his horses are a few hours away from where I was currently living, Kaley explains. And maybe she's onto something, because this has given the couple the chance to build their dream house where they can plan to live together happily ever after for the rest of their lives. Practical, though I'm sure it'll cost a pretty penny. Meanwhile, Simon Helberg seems to have been enjoying a break from acting to focus on his personal life, his wife and 2 kids. But now he's back, and we'll get to see more of him on the big screen soon enough. One of his upcoming projects will be Annette, a musical film that is still in production. And there's some real star power behind this vehicle, with Marion Cotillard and Adam Driver starring in this English language debut from French director Leo Carax. They'll be playing a married showbiz couple, Driver as an in-your-face stand-up comic and Cotillard an acclaimed opera singer. However, their bohemian lives take an unexpected turn when their daughter Annette is born and they learn she has an unusual talent. What we don't know, though, is how Simon fits into all of this. All we know is that he portrays a conductor, so maybe he's involved in the New York Met? Or maybe he's just a ticket inspector on the subway. Only time will tell. What we can be very sure about is that Helberg won't get to sing that song about Thor and Dr. Jones in this musical. Aside from this mysterious movie, Simon is also slated to appear in another project launched by one of his Big Bang Theory co-stars, but you'll have to keep watching to learn more about it. Like the rest of us, Melissa Rauch loved the Big Bang Theory finale, even if it was hard for her to say goodbye to the show. It's been super emotional, Rauch disclosed to Hollywood Life. I've been cherishing every second, and I'll hold the memories from this show dear to my heart for the rest of my life. But Melissa doesn't have time to miss the years she spent as Bernadette. After all, she has so much to do. In just a short period of time, Rauch has managed to work with some bona fide Hollywood royalty. One recently released film, a biographical comedy drama called The Laundromat, saw the actress play none other than the legendary Meryl Streep's daughter. And as if Streep wasn't enough, the movie had an outstanding cast: Gary Oldman, Antonio Banderas, David Schwimmer, and it was even helmed by Oscar-winning director Steven Soderbergh, known for Erin Brockovich and Ocean's 11. But despite all that star power, the film only received middling reviews. Still, not one to sit still for long, Melissa also appeared in Ode to Joy along with Martin Freeman. And she shares more than just the Big Bang Theory in common with colleague Kaley Cuoco, as Rauch also voiced a version of Harley Quinn, this time in the animated film Batman and Harley Quinn. Quite a contrast to their characters on the show, where what little Penny and Bernadette knew about DC Comics was all down to the gang of geeks. Now though, it looks like they could happily hold their own in any debate about the DC Universe. Especially if that debate were, who's the best Harley Quinn? You, me, or Margot Robbie? Now let's talk about yet another Big Bang Theory star with plenty of irons in the fire, Kunal Nayyar, aka Rauch. Rauch was the only one who didn't get an ideal ending on the show, but in real life the actor behind the character is doing just fine. And despite Rauch stuck being single in the show's finale, Nayyar thinks that the finale was a great way to see off the series, adding that the characters from the show will live on even after the official ending. We're saying goodbye to the show, but in the world the characters wake up in the next morning and go to work, eat Chinese food, and hang out and navigate real life. After 12 years of intense work on the series, Kunal took a much-needed break from acting and social media to rest up and travel with his wife in order to enjoy some quiet time with his family in India. A few weeks ago, fresh and fully rested, Kunal began posting again, and fans couldn't be happier to see him so relaxed. Nayyar also has a couple of projects that are currently in post-production and set to come out soon. The first is Sweetness in the Belly, a drama film starring Dakota Fanning about an orphan who escapes to England from Ethiopia and, upon growing up, wishes to help fellow refugees reunite with their families. His other project is called Think Like a Dog, and Raj would certainly like that, right? As you might or might not have guessed from the title, it's a family film about a young man who finds out that he can talk telepathically with his dog after a scientific experiment. Nayyar will star alongside Megan Fox and Josh Duhamel, but who played the dog? That's what I'd like to know. And next April, we're going to hear Kunal's voice in the Trolls World Tour, an animated musical comedy film with an all-star team-up. I'm talking Anna Kendrick, Justin Timberlake, James Corden, Kelly Clarkson, Sam Rockwell, and Ozzy Osbourne. Need I say more? And while Raj was left all on his lonesome in the Big Bang Theory finale, even Stewart seems to have found love by the end of the show. That's right, it would be a shame to forget Kevin Sussman. Coming to terms with the fact that the show was over was quite a challenge for the actor. On the day when they rehearsed the finale, Sussman posted a video and shared, "I've been on the show for 11 years. I've made friends. Some of these people have seen me cry. This is nuts." So what's Kevin going to do now? Well, it's actually unclear. Both his IMDb and Wikipedia page lack any kind of hint about future projects, so you'll just have to subscribe and watch this space for further updates. And what of our favourite neurobiologist? Well, when asked about the show's finale, Bialik said, "It feels like the job I've had for almost a decade is all of a sudden over, and there aren't any other jobs to take its place because it was so unique." Well, unique as it may be, there's still plenty to do, and the actress has been keeping herself very busy ever since the show ended. And some of the most exciting showbiz news about Bialik actually involves her on-screen hubby, Jim Parsons. Yes, the two didn't have to go far to find a partner to work on a new project with them. According to Digital Spy, the two are going to be working on a new comedy show called Carla, where Marion will play the lead role as a woman struggling to prove to her mother that she can do everything she wants and still be happy. And to prove herself, she opens, are you ready? A cat cafe. Adorable. While Parsons won't star on the show, he's demonstrated how much he supports the work of his former colleague by coming on board as an executive producer. And what's more, Bialik is also planning on making her directorial debut with a movie titled As Sick as They Made Us, that tells the heartbreaking story of a divorcee who's trying to help her estranged brother and their dying father. The film will see the protagonist explore the tough topics of mental illness and familial responsibility. Deadline reports that Bialik already has an all-star cast set for her film, which includes Dustin Hoffman, Candice Bergen, and another former co-star, Simon Helberg. On top of all that, Marion finds time to frequently upload new videos to her YouTube channel, where she gives all sorts of advice on parenting, women's issues, and much, much more. How does she manage to find the time, especially considering that she has two sons that she's raising all by herself too? And finally, perhaps the most beloved actor from the show, Jim Parsons. Many find it difficult to imagine him as anyone other than Dr. Sheldon Cooper, especially since he did such a great job of portraying the quirky physicist so well. Still, it's not like he's stopped being Sheldon once and for all. I mean, he's still the narrator of the prequel series Young Sheldon on CBS, as well as an executive producer. But since he doesn't have to actually play Dr. Cooper anymore, the actor has a lot more time to dedicate to developing other projects. What did you think of his role as a prosecutor in the biographical crime thriller Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile? While the film as a whole received decidedly average reviews, the performance of its actors, including Zac Efron in the lead role, was highly praised. Jim is also set to star in the upcoming Netflix film The Boys in the Band, an adaptation of an eponymous play that tells the story of a group of gay men. In a progressive and welcome move when it comes to representation, all 4 main roles will be played by openly gay actors, namely Zachary Quinto, Matt Bomer, Andrew Rannells, and, of course, Jim. Wait. Does that mean that we're going to see Sheldon Cooper and Spock in the same film? Talk about an epic crossover. So, which of these new projects from the stars of The Big Bang Theory are you looking forward to the most? Would you ever like to see the return of their nerdy alter egos one day? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and check out our new channel, Awesome Movies, where you can find lots of awesome facts about your favorite movies and TV shows. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay awesome.